And the cool thing is there's a delayed reaction. You know, the first time you get hit with a good kidney punch, boom, it's like, oh, that was, oh, God.
Yeah. All right, so, you know, jab to a straight,
Yep.
Spear to a straight.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all like your initial just ambush a guy.
Right.
You getting him before he gets you, but he doesn't go down.
Right.
So kind of what's your next like go-to move?
Well, now these should be easier to learn, right? Straights, and we should know how to do that. That straight 1 and that straight 2. We should know within, you know, a certain level of competency how to throw those. So that's going to deter or finish a lot of street fights, that 1 and 2. Now remember, we culminated that 1 and 2 with a lateral move, and we're staying the same distance. We talked about staying the same distance, right? So we're semi-circling with that lateral move because I want to get into a better tactical advantage to throw something up, to follow up. There's a saying in boxing, don't admire your work. You know, don't admire your work. So the 1 and 2, boom, boom, you don't finish it like that. Ah! You know, you've got to get ready for something else. You've got to recock. You've got to, you know, anticipate that if that didn't drop him, that he is going to retaliate. And you don't want to be flat on the X here. You know, you just don't want to stand right in front of him. So not only am I going to lateral move, but I'm going to get ready for another blow. Now, hooks to me are super, super devastating. And we want those hooks to be, you know, up and like under the rib cage, boom. So I want to attack this guy right in there, right in kind of like the small of his back-ish, kind of like at a 4 o'clock. That's where I want to attack him, underneath that rib cage. So we're attacking that liver, those kidneys, and that is so freaking painful.
Oh, yeah.
That is horribly painful. And the cool thing is there's a delayed reaction. You know, the first time you get hit with a good kidney punch, boom, it's like, oh, that was, oh, God. Yeah. You know, there's a good 1.5 seconds lag time between you getting freaking hit and you feeling that pain. And that pain is debilitating. That's going to stop you, man. So, but the hook, think about this. We don't want to hook like this.
No.
Yeah, our arms shouldn't move independently from our body. The whole body is moving and becoming that whip. Boom. So boom. So once again, I start moving here and the hand, the arm follows, and this bony structure stays as a component. It stays as a component. Boom, boom, boom. So the hips throwing it, just like that slingshot or trebuchet once again, you know? Whacka, whacka, whacka. And those things are freaking devastating. So that 1, 2, lateral move, straight up under that rib cage. Visual acuity, we talked about that too, visual acuity. It's very important to be visually acute. I want to look to see what I'm striking, and I want to make sure that I'm seeing what he is reacting to, how he's reacting, because I don't want to take a blindside hit by this guy.
No.
Because that's when you're going down. So either side, you know, those big body shots, but our arms aren't moving independently because that's doing nothing. But if I throw my whole body, that's going to hurt really bad.
Hey, for those of you that want more value, more exclusivity, head over to thereadyroom.net and sign up. All right, go check it out today. And thank you for your support. Okay.
Yep.
I've been on the receiving end of some kidney shots too. I know that it'll drop you in your tracks. Now, can you break that down more like, all right, step 1, you're doing, you know, I know it's part of that lateral movement.
Yep.
You get almost like a squatting motion into it to generate that power. Yep. Can you kind of take it and break it down into just step by step?
A little bit more.
Yeah.
And this, like I said, this requires even more practice to do it right than a 1 and a 2.
Got it.
So I want to keep it bare bone basics, and I don't want to get too complicated. But with that too, remember, visual acuity, don't forget that. So anytime you're working on a bag, don't look over here and go, oh, what do you say? Oh yeah, I want to go like this. Look center mass. A good area for your vision or for your focal point is like neck or chin, because now I can see his feet, his arms, his eyeballs, where he's looking, everything. If I'm looking too high, I might not be able to see his foot movement. If I'm looking too low, I can't see his eyeballs.
Great point.
So I want my arms up too, visual acute, arms up as I'm moving in, visual acuity, visual acuity, visual acuity. And I've got this loaded, man. This is spring loaded now because the power isn't coming from here. It's coming from there. It's coming from there and that. Boom, that whip. Whoosh, whoosh. So you want to make sure that you're practicing that whip. So down, and then this, like we said, stays as a unit. It doesn't go like this. It stays as a unit. So down, this arm is still up, and then you're popping that hip, popping that foot, and sending this up as a unit. Eesh! Sending it up as a unit, and still we don't want to admire our work. After we finish that, boosh, we want to lateral move back into a different tactical position.
Got it. Great stuff.